Hello, I am Dr. Jay Hitson with LT360, and as I'm about to bring on Coach Scott, I understand that over 10,000 people alone have been alerted to this, so we're going to give just a minute as everybody is coming on, because with all this craziness that's going on in the media and what's going on with this COVID-19 virus and everybody is quarantined, I know that there's a lot of fear and a lot of different emotions going on right now, and I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a time of hope, and we are just really excited to have all of you here. So gosh, I see people just coming on. Wonderful. It's so good to see so many of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, I am Dr. Jay Hitson, and it is just my absolute pleasure. I have been working with Coach Scott for 2 years now, and it has been an amazing process of watching how what he's done and the program he's put together has changed lives. And here's the thing is, I have never seen there's nothing in healthcare that I've seen that has changed and reversed disease like what you're seeing up here. Things that even most healthcare professionals think that can't be reversed. I cannot tell you the countless lives that we've seen changed, and even furthermore, the countless number of years that have been added to people's lives. And it's not just years, it's a quality of years of understanding just what it means to be healthy at the cellular level. Wow, fantastic. It's so great to see so many of you chiming in. I love it. We have just such an inspiration and inspiring time for you all. I just can't wait. Well, it looks like we really have people chiming in here. So it is my absolute pleasure, and I'm just ready for you all to be blessed by the Coach Scott Oatsfall.
All right. Thank you, Dr. J. That's my partner right there now, the all-natural healthcare physician, the holistic doctor. And now she's mentioned all the lives that we've changed, but you'll be amazed at the lives that she's touching and changing every day. And we are grateful that you're here. We're grateful that we have an opportunity to share some things with you. This is an unprecedented time in the life of our country and the life of our nation and even around the world. And people are looking for answers. People are looking for solutions. And people are asking us daily, what do we do to prevent? And then if we do get exposed to certain viruses, bacteria and infection and disease, what can we do from an all-natural standpoint to really help people get healthy, get happy, and get whole? So again, welcome aboard. If you have any questions, and by the way, if you'll stay with us to the end, we have a very special announcement that we're going to make for all the people that are on board tonight that we won't have an opportunity to do probably at a later time. But again, we have got some amazing information for you tonight, and I just want to share a message of hope with you. And I want to start you out with something that my mentors have passed down to me, and my grandmother has made statements like this before. But one of the things that she taught us when we were young, she said, love many, but trust few, but learn to paddle your own canoe. Love many, trust few, but learn to paddle your own canoe. And part of learning to paddle your own canoe is taking greater control of your health, taking greater control of the decisions that you and your family need to make for the best interest of you, and not just blindly trusting a healthcare system that has been broken for a long time. And this virus, if it's done anything, it's exposed to the world the vulnerability that we have in our current healthcare system. And I want to give a quick shout out to all of our doctors and all of our nurses and our first responders and all of those people who are fighting this battle on the front lines, because I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a system that is designed to only get paid if you get sick. And that takes me to our conversation tonight. And again, I want to open this up to you. If you have any comments that you'd like to share, or you have anything that you'd like for us to address, we'd be more than glad to do that for you. But let me take you backwards of why we now have one of the largest all-natural healthcare clinics in the state of Tennessee, and one of the all-natural healthcare clinics in the whole country. And that is because people are looking for answers. People want to see holistic. People want to see personal attention. People are so frustrated and confused with the current healthcare system. system and they're not getting any answers because there is a pill for every ill. And there's an ill for every pill. And so we're wanting to let you know that there is an answer, there is hope. It starts with my own pain. Our company was founded out of my own pain and my frustrations with my current health care and my current health situation. Back in 2011, in my early 40s, I thought I had a heart attack in my backyard. I went on my knees. I was gasping for air. My wife dialing 911. And again, everything had changed at that moment. And when you think that you're exiting planet Earth, and when you think that your life is over, I can promise you this, everything changes in that moment. And a lot of people are experiencing some very similar situations, whether it's high blood pressure, high cholesterol, whether you have sleep disorders, whether you have hormonal imbalances, whether you have out of control food cravings, whether you're on every medication known to man. You're just like I was all those years ago, and you're not alone. We are a society full of chemistry and biology that's gone bad. And so I want to encourage you tonight that if you're suffering from some type of chronic illness or disease, that there is true hope for you. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that you can do to really, really help yourself, protect yourself, and protect your family. So when I was going through my own healthcare crisis back all those years ago, and I was almost 300 pounds, I was on 5 medications, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, Prilosec, hypothyroidism, a mild antidepressant, and pre-diabetic, just like so many of the men and women in my family before me. I was so frustrated with the treatment that I was getting, by the way, from one of my doctors who is a friend. And every time I would see my doctor, I'd say, "Doctor, what do I need to do?" Because he's telling me, "Coach, you're gaining weight. We're going to have to put you on this medication. We're going to have to change this medication. I'm going to up this medication. I'm going to add this medication." And every time I would get my yearly physical, every time I would go to my doctor, I would walk out feeling the same level of hopelessness, feeling the same level of discouragement and despair, because I realized I was no closer to getting healthy than when I was when I went in. And not about pills, powders, potions, and lotions. We are about true, all-natural health care without surgery, without pills, and we have proven it now. It's not even a theory anymore. We have proven that we have the highest success rate of helping people reverse their disease and get off their medications naturally and live a normal, healthy, happy life. And this is the process I want to share with you. There's 5 things I want to talk to you about very quickly, so that you can understand what the process looks like to get healthy at a cellular level, what the coaching process looks like, what having an all-natural healthcare physician looks like. There are so many people, you'll be shocked at how many people come to us and say, "Coach, we have been trying to get a holistic doctor or a holistic physician, or we're trying to get in, but it takes months and months to see the people that are surrounding us or that are close to us, and we can't get in, and when we do, the price is so exorbitant, we can't really afford to." But I'm telling you tonight, there is another answer. And this crisis that we're currently experiencing, this COVID-19, has forced us into a virtual coaching and a virtual physician model. And so tonight we are going to unroll a brand new opportunity for anybody that wants to. And by the way, I'm not going to sell you anything tonight. There's not going to be any message buttons. There's not going to be any funnels that you click into. There's not going to be anything for you to buy tonight. I'm going to give you information that could possibly and perhaps change your life. And I want to give it to you so that you can put tools in your tool belt and you can be prepared to make decisions on the best interest of your family. There's 5 things. And by the way, once I learned how to get healthy at the cellular level, I lost over 100 pounds of fat. But here's the great miracle. I got off all 5 medications in 6 weeks. That's right, you heard me. Documented all 5 medications. I was off of those medications in 6 weeks. And here's the great news, friend. You can too. I am no different than you are. I struggled with obesity. I struggled with out of control food cravings. I hormonal imbalances, low T. I struggle with high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I had all the symptomatology that you can imagine for a heart attack waiting to happen. And in 2011, everything changed. And that's when I realized that God was going to give me a second chance, and I was going to make the most of it, and I was going to do whatever it took to change my life and change the history of my family. And so again, tonight I want to share with you 5 steps that we use with all natural healthcare coaching, all natural life coaching, and all natural health care. The first thing is you have to understand nutrition. Most people, this is where they fail. They have an idea of how to get started, but they don't have enough information to take them all the way to the end to get to their goals. That's why diets don't work. That's why these fad diets and these pills and powders and potions and lotions, they don't work long term, because they take care of a little symptom on the front end, but they never take care of the core root of why a person is unhealthy. And part of that is they don't really understand food groups and understand nutrition. So they're in all these radical fad diets and these starvation diets, and they're taking all kind of medications, and they're taking all these radical steps, and that's only going to last for a short period of time for most people. Most people cannot throw away all their favorite foods. Most people cannot live radically their whole life. You're not going to go out and eat grass and nuts and seeds and sticks and twigs and think that's going to be healthy living for the rest of your life. People have to live real life. And we're in real life crisis right now. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be radical to get healthy. And you don't have to be healthy to get started. But you have to get started before you can get healthy. The first thing is you have to understand nutrition. You've got to understand how to put together. You need to know how to eliminate certain foods that's in your diet that may have toxic and inflammatory responses, or at least limit those foods. Part of that would be like refined grains and refined sugars. Those are what feeding bacteria, feeding fungus, feeding viral infections. This is what's causing people to get sicker and sicker and sicker. And our food manufacturers know this. That's why they put food in your ingredients in your food that cause you to have addiction, that cause the same chemical reactions in your brain that morphine, cocaine does. Sugar has the same reaction in your brain, the same chemical reaction as morphine and cocaine. And so again, there's no reason, there's no wonder why we're hijacked in our own brain when it comes to food. So learning how to have a real diet with real food that you like, putting it together in the right range, is very critical to your overall success. Learning to hydrate your body properly, getting your cells to open up so that your body can uptake hydration and nutrition better. That is a must for everybody and anybody. Don't let anybody tell you that you can get healthy and not be properly hydrated. The cells cannot function in your body without proper hydration. And it's estimated that over 75% of Americans walking around right now in our country are at a dehydrated state. And if you're staying dehydrated, you're going to contact and you're going to contract infection and bacteria and fungus, and your body cannot fight it off, which normally a hydrated body can fight, and your immune system can be built up. So hydration is very important to understand nutrition with that, and putting the food groups together in the right order with a real diet that you like is going to help you get healthy, happy, and whole. The second thing that you have to understand is that you've got to understand digestion and detoxification. Most of the problems that we see in our clinics have nothing really to do with the food that they're eating. And now it does have something to do with it in terms of the bigger picture, but in terms of what they're dealing with symptomatology-wise, it has very little to do with the food sometimes, and has more to do with their digestion. Let me give you an example. You've heard the expression that you are what you eat, right? Everybody's heard you are what you eat. Well, that's not true. I'm going to break the first myth right now. You're not what you eat, you are what you digest. So if you're eating well, but your body's not digesting and absorbing the nutrients that you need, then you are going to be stripped of valuable minerals and nutrients that your body needs to function at the highest level. So it's not all about what you're eating as much as it is digestion. So your digestion and your detoxification is very, very important, and you have to understand that there's a process that allows a person to go from being unhealthy at the cellular level to being fully functional and healthy at the cellular level, which includes your digestion and your immune system. The third thing is, which I'm most proud about, I should say, is that we have a system of education. I am a teacher. I am a coach. I've been teaching and coaching my whole life. I spent 23 years of my life at the high school and college level teaching health and human performance and physical education. I've got chemistry and anatomy and physiology in my background, and I love to teach. I love to educate. Why is that so important for you listening tonight? It's important because particularly with the 24-hour news cycle that you get and all these fad diets that are popping up every single year, as long as we've been in business, so now we have thousands and thousands of clients. As long as we've been in business, there has been a new diet, a new fad, a new program pop up every single year we've been in business. And there will continue to be fad programs popping up left and right. So you're going to have every diet that you can imagine, every framework that you can imagine. But here's the key. You need to be educated in such a way that gives you the tools and the information so that you can make the decision for you and your family. Not somebody else, not my opinion, not Dr. J's opinion, not some guru on TV or the internet's opinion, but you need to have information that teaches you how to really discern and decide what's best for you and your family. There is a major difference between having knowledge and having wisdom. Knowledge is information. Wisdom is how you apply the information. So you can have a lot of knowledge, but you may not have the wisdom yet to learn how to apply that knowledge. And so we want to teach you and educate you so that it'll put you in a position of power and authority in your life. That's why I love all natural health care. That's why I love giving people options. And we see people and our patients and our clients just by the thousands each year, and they're coming in with great questions. They're coming in with great confusion. They're coming in with fixed problems in their life and symptomatology that they can't find any answers for. I'm telling you, there is an answer for what you're dealing with. No matter what it is, I can assure you that God has designed our bodies to heal and repair itself, but you have to have the right knowledge, and then you have to have the right wisdom to apply that knowledge. So education is the third thing that we teach. It's the thing that we really want to make sure that you're in control, full control of your life and of your health. And then the fourth thing is that we want you to understand the difference between functional movement and exercise and supplements and all the confusion that's out there, that people have this idea that they got to spend 2 hours a day in the gym, or if they don't do this much running, or they don't do this many steps, or you got to tie a rope around your waist and drag a 50-pound kettlebell across the parking lot and flip tires over all day long to get healthy. That is not true. That's not true. You don't have to break your body down and hate the process to be healthy. And most people want functional movement in their life. Why is that so important? Because if you don't have functional movement, if you can't just control your own body weight, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to be crippled later in life, and you're going to have less opportunity to live a long, healthy, happy, whole life. Because a body at motion will stay at motion, but a body at rest will stay at rest. And the idea that you can take a magic pill and lay on a couch and get healthy is simply not true. That's not true no matter who's selling you what, no matter whatever false hopes or sell is out there on the internet. That is not true. And so I want to encourage you to understand that you are going to have to build some lean muscle. You are going to have to get your body fat under control and your visceral fat content in a healthy range. You are going to have to increase your hydration levels. You're going to have to improve your metabolic engagement and your metabolic actions, because this is what's going to keep you healthy, happy, and whole for a long, long time. And the fourth thing that I really want you to consider after you think about, or actually the fifth thing that I want you to consider, is your coaching. Everybody needs a coach. I have said this from day one. I have my own coach. All my staff have their own coaches. We have an incredible medical team of professionals, of holistic physicians, doctors, MDs, PAs, nurse practitioners. We got PTs. We have everything under one roof, which most people said could not happen. You can't have all natural and you can't have acute care and chronic care under one roof. And that we have blown that out of the water. While other businesses are shutting down, right now doors are closing. People are in a panic. People are scared. They're desperate. They're holding on to hope. And again, the scriptures say that hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. And there's a lot of sick people, not only in their heart, but in their body. And so while their doors are closing many times, our doors have been wide open, and we just a multitude of clients and patients flood our offices this past 2 weeks. And the reason is because we're providing answers for people. We're sitting with people. You're not just a number. You are an important person. You matter to somebody. Your life is valuable. You are a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. There has never been one before you. There will never be one like you. When somebody comes in and sits down in front of one of our coaches or one of our doctors or one of our healthcare professionals, they know that they're not a number. You are important. You are somebody's husband, you're somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's friend, and your life cannot be replaced. And so right now, while you have a chance, your health is your wealth. And I want to implore you, and I want to just put a command on you right now to really take your health serious, because once you lose your health, it's almost impossible to get it back. But you can get it back, but it is going to be a battle, and it's going to be a process. So getting you understanding your coaching process, getting your support in place, getting structure in place, getting accountability, getting coaching, getting a sense of community, that's what LT360 is all about. So your nutrition has got to be on point, and you've got to start learning to read food labels and learn how to put food groups together to engage your metabolism, open up your cells so that your body can uptake hydration and nutrition better. You have to get educated to learn. Then guess what? You're going to be just like a lot of people that just follow blindly and trust blindly, and they're making terrible decisions for themselves and their family based on bad, inaccurate information. The third thing is you've got to be, I would encourage you as you look at your digestion and your detoxification, that you've got to get your body clean. You've got to make sure that your body has to fight for itself and keep your immune system strong. And then the fourth thing, again, exercise and supplements is something that you need to learn about. And, again, you don't have to kill yourself and hate the process. And then finally, get your team in place. Everybody needs a team. There are no lone rangers when it comes to getting healthy. Even the Lone Ranger had Tonto, by the way. So there's no Lone Rangers. You must have support. You must have accountability. You need coaching and you need community. Now, that's the 5 steps that we use. But the greatest tool that we have that I never had access to when I was early on in coaching and starting this company years ago, and as we begin to grow, I never had access to the type of tools that I have, the diagnostic tools that I have today. And so today we're able to far deeper than we ever have with the right protocols, and we're able to really pinpoint with accuracy what's happening in your body. Now, when you go to the doctor, you are probably going to get a 20 to 25 point panel on your blood work, which will tell you some things, but it will not tell you everything that you need to know as it relates to your health. That's why we see people every week that come to us and say, Coach, my blood work is great, but I still hurt. I'm still sick. I still have symptomatology. I've got all these symptoms, but my doctor says my blood work is good. And so what happens is people begin to think that it's in their mind, or worse, their doctor or their friends or their family say it's all in your head. And that's simply not true. Just because you have blood work that's good does not necessarily mean that you're healthy, because that blood work only shows a very small portion of the bigger picture that we look at. And so now I want to bring in Dr. J and let her tell you that's different than anybody else that I'm aware of as it relates to total body care, total health care, mentally, physically, emotionally. And from the physical standpoint, we now have access to 60 to 65 point blood panels that show exactly the functionality of nutrition, what you're depleted of, the medications that you're taking and why you're depleted and why you have this symptomatology. And it all lines up perfect like a puzzle. And then we're able to pinpoint exactly what's wrong, exactly what the treatment protocol is. And we've seen amazing results. You can look at this board behind me right now. This is all real results, real numbers, empirical data that shows how many times and what the percentage of people that have come off medication completely in every disorder you can think of, every challenge that they have. And so I want to let Doc J just talk just real quickly about what we can do here to help you if you're suffering from some type of issue, if you're suffering from chronic illness, chronic disease. I want to tell you, and I'm so excited about this opportunity because I've never had these tools to work with before in my life.
Thanks so much, Coach. It is amazing. Whenever we go through, and people are coming to us all the time with all of these health conditions, and they've been going from one physician to the next and just not getting real answers. And it's amazing to me. I get these panels all the time that they're bringing from their just general physicians, and they look a lot like this. I mean, it's just this general overall report, lots of black and white, and they don't even know how to read it. First, the key things is there's not enough data on here to get to the real answers, to get to the root cause of what is going on, and furthermore, how to read these particular numbers to know what you need to be doing nutritionally, not just what medications they should be putting you on. So very first thing, we care about education. We want to make sure you understand yours. So we put together a full report, and our panels are not just more clear, they are actually color coded, so that your eye goes directly to the things that need to be addressed and not all the other jumbles. So for instance, in our case, we take it through, and white means you're in the clear. Those are great numbers. Now yellow actually tells us that there's an emerging health condition. Now, is there value to knowing that something isn't a disease yet, but will be if you don't do anything? Absolutely. The prevention is the best cure. So we know right there, we can watch and monitor those things, use nutrition to get those things under control, and how more. The reds tell us that you're already at high risk or you already have a disease, and then blue is like code blue. Those are urgent cases, and we're able to address those right away. We have teams of physicians right under this one roof where we can get all that taken care of. Furthermore, one of the other really important things to understand medications and how your medications are impacting you. For instance, and that's one of the key things that we make sure you know, what are you on, and you get a full report of all of making sure you know why you're taking it, which a lot of individuals are not totally sure why they're taking. True story, I just recently did a report where a gentleman had been put on a medication. A gentleman was put on a medication for postmenopausal women and had no idea that he was taking and experiencing all of these different side effects because of a missed medication. So that's number one. Number two is understanding the nutritional deficiencies. A lot of people do not know this. Different medication cause nutritional deficiencies. So one of the most common medications out there, statins, or lowering cholesterol. On average, they cause deficiencies in vitamin A, D, E, K, B12, calcium, folic acid, iron, magnesium, potassium, and CoQ10. Now imagine that you're on those medications for 30 days or 60 days, but how about 5 years, 10 years? That's when we start to see some major issues. Because here's an important point. The body will always prioritize essential functions over non-essential functions. So nutritional deficiency, over time, we are going to start to see problems in your skin, hair, and nails and joints. Your skin, hair, nails, and joints. We start to see the nails breaking and getting very brittle. We start to see the hair falling out. My patients always talk about how their hair is falling out in clumps, and their joints start to hurt because what the body is doing is taking the nutrition from their skin, hair, nails, and joints and giving it to the lungs, heart, central nervous system, and the vital functions. You go through that long enough, eventually even the heart, lungs, and the vital functions start to degenerate. So you already know if you are having problems where your hair is falling out, your skin is changing, or you have a lot of joint pain, that is already an early onset sign that you're starting to experience nutritional deficiencies. And then furthermore, for wherever your panels, whatever they're telling you, we don't tell you what medication you need to be on. We tell you what nutritionally you need to be doing to start to reverse this, and because that's the only way to reverse disease. You have to understand medications will only mask or manage. That is all medications do. How you reverse disease was with everything that Coach has just been describing, and using the right nutrition and the right fuel and the right function to get and restore your health. We do these all the time, and I have to say, one of my most, this is just a very, very recent one. Somebody who came in and was told, your numbers are normal. This is probably all just in your head, all your symptomatology. And in this case, we were actually starting to see full-on liver failure that had been missed. And I've got the panel right here. We got the results back 90 days after implementing this program. There is no sign of disease. That's what we do here. And we are very, very proud of those results. And we are relentless. I'm going to tell you, whenever I came to Tennessee, one of the things I said, okay, Lord, I'm ready to go. But here's the thing is, please challenging cases, because that's what I thrive on, and he has been abundant in answering that prayer. We have some of the most unique and interesting and fascinating and just absolute medical mysteries solved, and it is so awesome seeing it all done natural. So we really appreciate this. Is targeted disease reversal, and I'll let Coach, if you want to come on back in.
All right, so that's the brains of the organization right there, guys. I do all the coaching and she does all the real work behind the scenes, but I'm super excited. One thing I do want to address, when you're looking at all of the disease processes and how we really reverse disease naturally, it's been, like Dr. J said, it's been the greatest privilege and pleasure of our lives to be able to help people every single day. But let me share this with you as we go. Most people are asking me, Coach, one of the number one symptomatology that we see coming in our office is people don't sleep well and they don't wake up rested. If that's you, and that's most people, by the way, just think what would change about your life. I just want to, just for a second, think what would change about your life if you could just sleep better and wake up more rested every day. What would change in your life? And most people are like, Coach, if I could just sleep better and wake up more rested, my whole life would change. And the answer is yes. Your life will change. When you have the same amount of energy at the end of the day as when you do the start of the day, and you can carry on and live life to the full and enjoy your family and be the person that God's created you to be, that doesn't happen by chance. That doesn't happen by hope and wish. Life doesn't respond to hope and wish. Life only responds to do. So whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, whatever you're dealing with right now, I can guarantee you this, that all the body systems are connected. Everything in your life is connected. You have a seed of destiny and greatness within you, but you have to go get that out. You can't just lay on a couch, take a magic pill, and hope things just work out, because it will never work out for you like that. You have to go get your desire. You have to have a plan. You have to have structure. You need accountability. You need coaching, and you need a community. And so I'm so grateful for all of you out there. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to coach you just a little bit tonight. And this is what we're going to offer you tonight. I told you there's nothing to buy. We're not selling you anything. There's no funnel here. You're not signing up for anything. But I do want you to that we are here for you. So if you need help, if you need more information, we have several things that we want to offer. We have a brand new virtual coaching program, and we have basically memberships, and we have physician services. So many of you have said, Coach, I've been looking for an all-natural healthcare physician. I've been looking for a new doctor. I've been looking for somebody that can look at my symptoms and really help me. I've been looking for a coach. I've been looking for a nutritional plan. I've been looking for a diet that's going to help me get healthy at the cellular. I've been looking for somebody to teach me and educate me and walk this trail with me. I've been hurting. I've been in pain. I just got to get out of this pain that I'm living in. Whatever your situation is, then I know that we have an answer for you. It may be a longer process for you. It may be a shorter process for some, but your journey is your journey. And whatever journey you're on, it's your life. Nobody's going to write your script for you but you. And so if that's you, I want to offer you a couple things tonight to consider. So, and again, Dr. J, if you can hold that up for me just a little higher. Perfect. So again, one of the things that we're talking about is we have what's called immunity bundles. You would be shocked at how many people are coming to us right now with this COVID-19. And by the way, I've talked with our doctors and I've talked with our healthcare professionals, and it is our opinion and it is our belief that we have been seeing patients and clients that have been exposed to the COVID-19 for many, many months. So this is not new to us. And we prescribe the same all-natural healthcare treatment, the same disease reverse process, and then we walk through, and most all of them, in fact, to my knowledge, all of them have recovered so far. And so again, don't panic, don't get out of control, because you can spin out of control with this very, very quickly. So we have a brand new virtual coaching program. We have what we call a doc in a box. If you're looking for a healthcare professional or an all-natural healthcare clinic or a PCP, we've got immunity bundles. We've got all kinds of things that can help specific situation. So tonight, if you're interested in finding out more information, again, there's nothing to sign up for, but if you're interested in finding out more information on how you can get healthy at the cellular level, then there's 3 ways that I want to share with you how you can be contacted personally by us. Number 1, you can text the word info. Text the word info to 615-815-0390. Or you can call that number, and one of our coaches, our doctors, our team will pick up the phone, and we will address your current issue and give you the options that you have to go to the next level with your health. The second thing that you can do is you can message me on this page right here, and I can get your information, leave your name and number, and myself, my team, our doctors, or some of our coaches will contact you personally by today or tomorrow. We'll contact and set up a time to go over exactly what we can do to help you be your best and highest version of yourself. The third way is you can email. Now, I know a lot of people don't text these days, and some of our older clients are not really into the digital world yet, but they are into email. So if you need more information, just email me at coach, COACH, at LT360.com, and I will leave your name and number, and I will personally get back in touch with you, and I can talk to you all about the new protocols, the new opportunities that we have. Now, here's the one thing that I will say. We need you to contact us so that we can contact you by this weekend or the latest Monday. We are going to take the first 100 new members and new patients because that's really all we can take at this time. So we're going to take the first 100 new patients, new memberships to give you the immunity bundle and to put all this packaging together for you. Be virtual coaching, whether it be a doc in a box, whatever your needs are, we have a process in place that allows you to be the best and highest version of yourself, including reversing disease, including getting you healthy at the cellular level, including walking the trail with you, so mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically that you can be your best. And that's what we want for you, and that is our prayer. So we've got 100 spots available that we're going to enter into this new protocol. And by the way, I talked to a couple of our friends in Nashville today and some of our doctors and nurses. Everybody is going now to a virtual model, but they're not going to a virtual one-on-one model and a personal touch model. We have built our business on providing services for people one-on-one and personal, and that will never change. We are going to take care of you. We're going to make sure you have all your needs. You are not a number. You are not a case study. You are a real person, and we want you to enlarge your view of who you are and whose you are so that you can be the best and version of yourself and be all that God's created you to be. So, again, respond by 5 p.m. Sunday, or if we get the first 100 new memberships or new clients or new patients, then again, we'll have to cut it off at that point. But again, respond to us right now. Go out there and let me just give you exactly what we're doing again. One last time. We want you to respond by email, coach at LT360.com. Send your name and number to us. We'll call you back. You can text the word info to 615-815-0390, or you can call that number and we will respond to you personally. You can private message me on this page, and I'll make sure you have your name and number, and one of our team members or myself will contact you, and we will go over any issue that you're dealing with, and we will tell you the next steps if it's something that you think are going to make sense to you and your family. So God bless you guys. Now, to get this discount, and we're only doing this for the first 100 clients and new patients and new members. So we have a 100 client bundle or 100 patient bundle that we've put together at great discounts. Believe me, we've never done this before in the history of our company. So again, there's nothing to sell. There's only if you want more information, reach out to us and we'll be more than glad to contact you, starting to roll this ball down the hill of success. And I know many of you right now are struggling and you're caught in the crosswinds of hopelessness and despair, and you're wondering what's next for our country, for your job, for your finances, for your relationships. And I want to tell you, stay calm. Stay calm. Don't panic. Take care of yourself first. Your health is your wealth. When you lose that, you lose everything. Doesn't matter what the economy's doing. Doesn't matter what the stock market is doing. It doesn't matter what your 401k looks like. If you don't have health, you can't buy it back. If that were true, then Steve Jobs would still be alive today. Steve Jobs died with $8.3 billion in the bank, and he couldn't buy one more minute on planet Earth. But you can. If you're under the sound of my voice right now, I want you to reach out to us right now. If you are interested in getting more information, one of those three ways, and me, myself, or our doctors, our nurses, our coaches, we will contact you personally to show you what the immunity bundle is all about, to show you what the virtual coaching is all about, to show you what the Doc in a Box is all about, and maybe one of those three might match up with what you're looking for. And if it does, I believe it has the potential and the power to forever change your life. Guys, thank you so much. Share this message with your friends and family. And if they're interested, they don't have to come into the office. They don't have to be in Tennessee. We can do this virtually. We now have clients in 29 states and 9 foreign countries. You don't even have to be in Tennessee or show up. We can do everything on the phone. We can do everything virtually. And we're here to serve you. So again, reach out to us. God bless you guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next video. See you soon.